We're back onto the drop profile. On this day, we're gonna do an outside rusher. We're gonna talk about Yetur gross-matos, and we're gonna start right now. Renegade. Hey guys, my name is Sunny. Welcome to SCG Sports. And if you love Ravens content and you wanna be part of the SCG Nation, please subscribe now, hit the bell so you can stay up to alert every time I upload a video. We're going to be changing the live streams to Monday very soon. That's why that bell is important when you know we take live stream. Also, merch, right? You go merch. So if you want to buy any of the merch, you can find it at Amazon.com. Just search SCG Sports. Buy it there. Appreciate that support. Anyway, Yetur gross-matos. Let me get my cheat sheet here. Penn State, 6'5", 264. Big boy. In 2019, he had 40 tackles, 9.5 sacks. Not a bad play. Not a bad for being on the line. And he was basically on the line every time that I saw him. Notable games against Ohio State University, 9 tackles, 2 sacks. Minnesota, 2 tackles, no sacks. Michigan, 5 tackles, no sacks. Iowa, 5 tackles, no sacks. Okay, so against some of the big programs, he didn't have as many sacks. I will say I did see a lot of his tape, and it's good. I like what I see. But I'm going to start with he has some project to it. You remember, I'm not saying this guy is szg.sports, but when szg.sports was coming, people would say like he's a project, he's very raw. This guy's more polished than szg.sports, but he has room to grow. He's definitely a first round in my opinion, maybe early second, so definitely in the Ravens range. What I have here is he has actually good vision in the backfield. So what I mean by that is once he go to that first line, that tackle, he was able to identify who had the ball and go attack either running back or the quarterback. I saw that a couple of times. Pretty good hand technique. As I was seeing, he did sometimes not display the best technique, but for the most part, he had the hand swap, the over and under. He had a couple good moves that I saw. Okay, pass rushing, but that's where he needs to develop more. He can bend the edge. I saw a couple of moments that he was able to, against the tackle, bend the edge and go around him, swallow the ball for strip sacks, or go and just make the sack. Strip fumble is what I meant, or go ahead and make the sack. Dude is powerful. There's no denying the dude is powerful. He has strength. I mean, he's built well. I think he can play outside linebacker, although very few. He's not a super dynamic player, so it's not like, oh my god, yes, he can be outside, he can be in coverage. That's not his strength. His strength is definitely on the line. But can he push back and watch a guy on the flat like Suggs used to do? I think he has. So let's continue here. He has tackles radius. This is where he excels. Dude is so massive that if you try to run around him, he can take his hand and just bring you down. He is massive. So his radius, his length on the tackling side is amazing. One of his big traits. Good motor. What I saw for him, his motor, he was always moving. I wanted to make the play. Always working. Well against the run. And here, again, the radius helps a lot. Against Maryland, I think I put it here. Against Maryland, the sweeps, dude was there on point. He was destructive in that game. He terrorized the running game. Against Iowa, he didn't lie. Or what I was watching, the times that he was winning was against the left tackle, which wasn't the guy that is coming out of the draft that I'm forgetting his name. But he had a good game also against Iowa. 5 tackles. Most of those were against the run. Most of them were in the backfield. I mean, this dude is impressive all around. I would say his biggest negative, again, if you're going to compare it to a guy like szg, he's not dynamic. He's not athletic like them. Now, can he play for the Ravens? I think what I'm trying to, as I was watching his film, I was like, is this dude an outside backer? And I'm not quite sure. I think he has the body frame that he could. He can be potentially a guy like Suggs, or Matthew Judon. They can learn how to go on the flat or drop in the zone cover scheme. and that's fine. He's not as athletic as a guy like Bowser, but he can be a better pass rusher. Now, he's still raw. He still has some development to do. Would I draft him? Which is always the question, right? I picked 28. Would you draft him? Well, like always, it depends who's there. But big thing with him is, he's still kind of a project. He has a lot of potential, but he is kind of a project. I would like a more finished product instead of him. This is not an indictment of him. I think he's a good player. I think he can impact the team. But you cannot draft him and expect him to be right out of the way Judon, right? He can't. He's not that. He might give you 3 to 4 sacks in his first year. And if he does, that's great. To be honest, that's great. And then being good in the running attack, on the defensive side, that is what when you draft him, you're basically saying, if you can give me 3 or 4 sacks, that's great. If you can give me some pressures, awesome. But can you defend that run? Which against Tennessee, that was what killed us. So I think he can. He's a big boy. Does he outside backer or 3-4 DN? Can he be the Wormley type of player? 6'5", 241, 264. He definitely has the body for being in that line. In my opinion, that's where I see him being the fit in the 3-4 DN. I think he fits a little bit more in that 4-3 DN than the 3-4 DN or the 3-4 outside backer. But overall, this is a good player, and as a player you can train, you can coach up. Seems to be a very, very disciplined guy. I like him a lot. It's just how well can he fit in a scheme, in our scheme. I think good enough, but not great. So if we draft him, don't expect him to just kill it right away. If he does, that will be awesome, but I don't see that. I think he's more of a player that will fit into that Philadelphia Eagles 4-3 defense on the defensive end. But that's just me. I like the guy a lot, though. If we draft him, I think he can potentially be a good pass rusher. It's just gonna take some time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, IG, Facebook at szg.sports. Don't forget, we do live streams where we take phone calls. That's why you have to hit that bell. And go ahead, find that merch, Amazon.com. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out.